We're live. Sorry, I did a dab before we went live. All right. What do we got? We got Freeland pitching, a lefty, so that'll be interesting as always. Malloy, Torres, McKinstry, and base hit right away on the first pitch for Malloy. So way to start off the game. 1 on, nobody out. But it's Malloy, Torres, McKinstry, then Ibanez, Torkelson, Carpenter, Baez, Naito, and Sweeney to for the game. How what? All right, here's Torres now. And a double play. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. Well, that's a real anticlimactic beginning. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. No one has yet. You could be the first one. Also, you could be not gay. Called strike 1 here to McKinstry. 2 down in the top of the first. Chat Lemon passed away. Oh, rest in peace. He must have been pretty old, right? What, like 80s? 70? Oh, that's pretty young. That's okay. A little younger than maybe you'd like, but hitting 70 is pretty good. 1-2. Oh shit, it's coming, Jacob. The big time schedule release. Oh shit, next Wednesday. 2-1 or 2-2 rather. I think so. I don't know. I don't really find the schedule stuff that interesting. It's fun to talk about, but like we already know who everybody's playing. I guess it's just seeing like when they'll play. Like, you know what I mean? Because you can already just kind of like look at a team's schedule and determine if they're going to have a good season. You don't really need them in the specific order that they're going to happen. It's nice to see though. Hey, look at that. McKinstry will get a base hit. Well, I think he just has an infield hit. Hell yeah. 1 on, 2 out. Here's Ibanez. Oh. That sucks. That's a crappy way to go. Rare blood disorder. Uh-oh. Did one of the Rockies players get hurt? It's never any good. You don't like to see injury delays. Bum bum. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. Oh, wait, we have quite a few actually. We're doing pretty good. We have 1,000 already. Or like 4,000 or so. Polycythemia vera. That sounds pretty rare. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Duo. Ibanez. Ibanez has got to start hitting if he wants to stay on the team. Oh, he's hitting 240. I didn't realize that. He actually ain't playing too bad. He might not be one of the people that gets sacrificed when Vierling comes back. Could be Jace Young, in all honesty. Young and Malloy. That's kind of what I'm starting to think. It's starting to kind of shape out. I think Ibanez can stay. I mean, he's hitting just fine. Especially if he can get a big hit here. 3-1. He's long due for a homer, so Oh man, my nose is itchy as a motherfucker. So hopefully we can get one. 3-1. All right, that'll get a run in. That'll double in a run. McKinstry's very quick. Is that a triple, actually? Hell yeah, we'll get a triple. Rocky Stadium is a nice... I like Yankee Stadium. Andy Ibanez advances on a throwing error. Oh, okay. There was a throwing error. That's how everybody kind of got to where they're going. Tigers do get a run, though. Ibanez gets an RBI. Doubles in McKinstry because he's fast as shit. Here's Spencer Torkelson, the hero of last night's game. The Rockies have a nice stadium. It's just, I don't know why they fucking have to play in Denver. They should have picked a different city to put their baseball team in. Hell yeah, I think Torkelson might have just hit a home run. Nope, he just blooped in a single. Hell yeah, that'll get a run in. Torkelson makes it 2-0 Tigers here in the top of the first. Yeah, whenever they decide to do a new stadium, they should move the team to a different part of Colorado. One where they could put the stadium at like Grand Junction or some shit, or somewhere around there. You know, somewhere not a mile or two up above sea level, so baseballs don't get taken into soft orbit, low orbit when they get hit. You know what I mean, Spoons? You understand the complexity of the physics behind Coors Field like I do, right? Yeah. Well, you were the guy who taught me the physics behind it. Bro's like, I don't what? Yeah, I mean, they'll be moved to a different place, but I don't know. Colorado seems to love their little baseball team. 1-2. They have to probably consider not playing in Denver, though. It works for the football team, but I just don't think it'll ever work out for the Rockies. Oh, they get a strikeout. Damn it. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Tigers get a couple here, though. Bottom of the first. I think it's a very similar to yesterday. It'll be Doyle, Beck, and McMahon. Yeah. Doyle, Beck, McMahon, Goodman, Taglia, Martini, Maniac, Trejo. It's the same lineup as yesterday. The exact same lineup as yesterday. They made no changes. The same dudes. And I think the same. There might be some movement where they're batting. But overall, it looks like the exact same lineup. Which is impressive. We don't even look like the same team from last night with who's playing and who's not. Hey, we're up at 10 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. Good looking out. It is cool that they have a consistent lineup. We don't do that. Remember last year when we ran the same lineup for 2 days in a row? That shit was crazy. We went semi-viral for that shit because we did that. It was like breaking news. They were like, damn, the Tigers are running the same team they ran yesterday. Casey Mize is pitching for the Tigers. We'll see how he does. Hopefully a lot better than Jobe. And hopefully all the shitty players don't decide to just tee off on our pitching like they did last night. Dudes hitting like fucking 100 were teeing off last night. It was very annoying. All right, here's Doyle. Mize on the mound. He's been one of our better pitchers this year. I think we play the Texas Rangers in Detroit next. I won't swear to it, though. 0-1 here on Doyle. He swings and misses. Oh, you got some bets down, Tom? Hell yeah, hell yeah. 0-2 now on a called strike. What's up, Wade? Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, I was used to it, and fuck, that's a base hit. Couldn't get the leadout guy out all day yesterday, and we don't again today. Gonna be a long game again. Yep, AJ Hinch will go for matchups. Two different philosophies, I suppose. Here's Beck now. All right, let's see what we got. Ball one. Yeah, AJ Hinch got 100 wins or 900. Yeah, pretty good. Hopefully by next season we can get him to 1,000. Get him another, like, I don't know what, 70 this year. You know what I mean? And fucking next June, by next May or June, we'll have that shit. 1-2, the 1-1. 1-2 on a called strike. That would have been a called strike 3 if the first pitch was called correctly. The 1-2. 2-0 Tigers lead, bottom of the first. Runner at first, nobody out. Pickoff attempt at first, nothing happening. We picked a guy off yesterday, which was pretty cool. Let's hope for an out. And Beck strikes out, swinging, one away. Here's McMahon. I hope we get this fucking guy. I hate this dude. What's up, Nicholas? How's it going? Texas, Boston at home. At Toronto, St. Louis, then Cleveland, San Fran. Home to finish May. Not bad. Sounds like some easy wins. Oh, why'd you have to leave work early? Just day was over? Ball one. Oh, boy. This guy was fucking bullying us all day yesterday. I think he hit like 3 doubles and a home run. It was annoying. At least 2 in a homer. You're able to get all your shit done. Nice. It's always good. And Doyle steals second. Now there's no steal out. There's no double play up. 2-1. Seems like everyone else had no problem pitching to this guy, and now we're the only team that he's going to crush balls on. Oh, the Dodgers won or the Marlins won? Or the Dodgers lost. And it's like, nah, the fucking Dodgers lost. And it's like, hey, at least you went to a Marlins win. I know you like the Marlins. Hey, you know, at least you got to see a crazy win. 12 likes, that's pretty good. We're doing pretty good on the likes. How you doing, Jonathan? Hey, they get McMahon swinging. There we go. Much better start to the game. Here's Goodman with the runner at second, 2 away. Maybe, Poppy. Maybe. We'll see, my friend. He struck out in his first at-bat, but there is maybe if a righty comes into the game, we'll see Carpenter get something going. All right, that's a fly out. Malloy makes the play. We'll head to the top of the second, holding on to our 2-0 lead. It'll be Baez, Nido, and Sweeney here in the top of the second, 2-0 Tigers. We are not fazed by our division. You know what's funny about Kansas City's run? They haven't played a team that hasn't been in last place during this entire run. Who have they beaten now? Like, genuinely, look, like everyone's talking about the Royals like winning all these games. Look at this. It's like, I'm not taking away that they're winning the games they're supposed to, but like the Orioles, the White Sox, the Rays, the Rockies, Astros, they did pretty good against. I'll give them that. Detroit, which Detroit won 3 of 4 against. They got swept by the Yankees. They got beat by the Guardians. Every good team that they've played, they've lost to. They got swept by the Yankees and then followed it up by losing 3 straight to the Tigers. And then they beat the Tigers, beat on the Rockies, beat the Astros, have been like, you know what I mean? It's not like they're beating anybody good. Their best win was against us in the last 2 weeks. And I don't even say that cockily. We're just literally the best team. I mean, White Sox are okay. But again, they're winning like all the games that they've been winning. Like in the proper context is like, oh, okay, that's who they're beating is like the Rays, the Orioles, the White Sox, the Rockies. Yeah, we're up 2-0. It's like, yeah, the Royals are doing a lot better, and they're beating the team. Again, you should beat those teams, so good for the Royals. But we'll see how, like, when they play another good team again. You know what I mean? We'll get a better idea. They have no pitching. That's what happened to the Orioles. Guardians play the Phillies tomorrow. That's a tough series, Jacob. Baez, Nido, and Sweeney. He just needs he just needs a home run to happen at some point. Just got home from work. Yeah, hopefully the Tigers do good today, Jonathan. Ball 1. Philly's a tough team. 2-0. If you're a lefty, you got to be so careful with Javi Baez up there because he usually crushes on lefty pitching. Swing and a miss, or well, he foul tips that one. It's 2-1. He's having a good year, so he might get a hold of a pitch here. Baez bomb? Question mark? Nope. Deep fly out, though. And we'll head to the, here's Nido with one away. The ever impossible Nido bomb? Question mark? Exclamation point? Ampersand? Hashtag? Or pound sign? First pitch was called strike. The second one is called a ball. In my opinion, neither one was a ball or a strike. It's 1-1 though for Nido. Oh yeah, base hit by Nido. All he does is get on base. It's crazy. Yeah, it'll be fun, Nicholas. Yeah, Neil, they're doing pretty good so far. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. But yeah, Nicholas, I'm excited, but I'm also like, I mean, we already know who everybody's playing. Now we just, I guess, get to find out specifically when. But it's also a fun, like, football stream you get to do where you get to kind of finally, you know, at least dig into the NFL a little bit. 0-1. on a called strike. Sweeney, the hitter. He's the 9 hitter with the runner at first, 1 out. Imagine he gets another 4-hit game. Oh my God, he got another hit. Is he like fucking 9 for his last 9 at bats? Do I have that right? Because he went 4 for 4 in one game. Then I think last night he went 4 for 4. Yeah, I thought it was weird the way they did it. I agree, Nicholas, but I don't know. I think it's fine. It's probably the threat of thunder and lightning is what cancels it. You think so? Yeah, Jonathan, he's on a run. It makes me think he might be our future third baseman. When McGonigal comes up, we maybe slide Sweeney over to third. I don't know. Maybe he's our second baseman. Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. Nido's wearing 0. I think he's the first guy in our team's history to wear 0, too. Yeah, Jacob, you've been mentioning that you wanted to go to a Dodgers Guardians game, or you were going to want to go to that. Yeah, you might get, I mean, you'll probably see him. I'm trying to remember, was Ohtani at the game I went to when I seen the Tigers play the Angels? He might have been hurt. Going to that'll be a fun experience. Probably around this time. Probably it would be the cheapest. I don't think a Tiger's ever worn it in regular season, Tim. Malloy will walk now with the bases low. That'll load him up for Torres. Because you got to deal with plane tickets and yeah, you got to deal with a lot of shit. A lot of planning. Yeah, I was gonna say, I seen that fact earlier that no one had ever has worn 0 for the Tigers. So now Thomas Nido has. Here's Gleyber Torres. That'd be pretty cool. Spoons, even just a base hit would be big. Oh shit. Hell yeah, Torres gets a base hit. We score 1 run, everybody moves up 90 feet. This is called the carousel of death. Now we just keep hitting singles until the Rockies give up. You guys are losing 5-2. Oof. That's comebackable, I suppose. Here's Zach McKinstry with the bases loaded, 1 away. Tigers get a run in so far. It's 3-0. Ball 1. Well, I'll take a walk too. Shit. $94. That's a pretty good number for baseball. I don't know why. Well, we've scored another run. It looks like another base hit, possibly. I don't think anyone got out there. Oh, it was a fielding error by the shortstop. Hell yeah, dude. Everyone's safe on a fielding error. We score a run. I'll take errors. I don't give a shit. I'm not proud. I appreciate you, Colorado. They suck at defense, by the way. They could have beat us. That second run should have never scored. I watched that blue pit. I don't know what that fielder was doing. He almost got to it, and then he just fucking just threw his arm out really weird. I would swear they're losing on purpose, but I don't know why. I like their second error today, and it's these are the fucking outfielder, when he picked that ball, he literally just threw it into the ground. They just chucked that shit right into the dirt, and I'm like, what? Why didn't... I get trying to hit the cutoff, man, maybe, I guess, but you gotta at least hit him in the chest or something. Ibanez is up with the bases loaded. I think he just hit he just flew out. It'll be a sac fly. Good job by Ibanez. Make it 5-0. Runner advances from second. Ibanez is out, though, on the sac fly. That's okay. We appreciate sac flies. Yeah, they may be worse than what Chicago was last year. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's probably time to pull this pitcher out. No? All right. Here's Torkelson with 2 on, 2 out. Potentially. It's potential, Nicholas. It's gonna be bad. However, I will say their offense isn't awful. It's one of them things where if they could clean it up on defense, these are respectable enough. 778's good, 874 is good. 668 isn't great, but it's not terrible. 660 is, again, similar situation. 45 starting to get pretty bad. Yeah, the 581's bad. 690's okay. These aren't terrible. You know what I mean? Those aren't the worst numbers for a team to have 6 wins. And that'll be a double to the corner. Tigers will pick up another run, maybe 2. We are a very fast baseball team, and we score 2. It's 7-0. Torque drives in, clears the bases. His 10th double of the year. Hey, Torque's got a double-double. He's got 10 homers, 10 doubles. Our consistent our extra base machine, Torkelson, makes it 7-0. And they're probably going to pull this guy. Oh, well, actually, they might leave him in there for the lefty on lefty. Yeah, they're just going to leave him in there. I think so, Jonathan. I think this might be one of them situations. People are saying they on pace. Yeah. Is this what you guys expected last night? Is that why everyone was in a pissy-ass mood that we weren't winning? We hadn't played in 2 days. Give us a break. Is that what the big deal was yesterday? Was it because it wasn't this? Is this what you guys needed last night? You fucking monsters. You guys just wanted to kill Colorado that bad, huh? Poor little Colorado. You know, we got their best efforts last night. I bet you that was the best game they'd played all year, too. And now I feel terrible that we won last night. I don't even mean to say that shittily. I genuinely think that was their best shot last night, was that game. By the way, it'll be 0-2. Yeah, he'll go 5 or 6. It kind of depends on the score. At this point, there's no reason to waste him. But we kind of burned up the bullpen last night, so we don't have Kenter to throw out there to waste. Who's our long inning guy now? Montero's not up here. Well, he's up here to start the second game. Tagila, Martini, and Moniak do up here in the bottom of the second. 3 lefties in a row to face off against Casey Mize. Pretty bad that the only player I knew on this lineup before last night was Mickey Moniak. Maybe Bo. Yeah. I guess Brisky can probably run it out for he needs the warm up time too. So Bo probably could probably pitch in this one. He could be. He probably is actually. What's up, Shay? Baseball's ruined. I used to watch it. Now I can't even stand to watch it. 7 runs. It's like, who can even watch? Are you a Rockies fan, Shay? What's up, Gibbs? They could. They could spoons. They very well could. Again, it's Tagila, Martini, and Moniak. McKinstry might throw. Maybe. Last night was about exhausting the bullpen. Oh, yeah, I already read that. I agree, Tom. But I think we shouldn't be doing that to a team like this. I feel like that's mean. No, I just want to watch a baseball game and I'm leaving already because Detroit won. I mean, it's not over. Ground out, 1 away. I mean, to be fair, Shay, the Tigers are like one of the top like 4 teams in all of baseball right now, and they're playing a team that got that is 6-29. I'm not trying to be a dick at all to Chicago, but this fucking series was either going to be like they get one really weird game, and that should have been last night, but it didn't happen, and it's probably a sweep. Like these are 2 very like crazy different skilled teams. Like fucking 4 years ago, this was the Tigers. Like we were as bad as these guys like 4 or 5 years ago. Remember that shit? Losing games the way the Rockies lost. We've been there, like in recent history. So, oh, by the way, thank you to everyone who's left a like so far. We're up to 16. 3-1. No, I don't think so. I don't believe in limiting what teams can do. I think it's up to the other team to eventually stop you. 2-2 or well 3-2. Sorry, with 1 away, fouls it away. Counter remain 3-2 on Martini. I'd go with Roy Halladay, the doc. Do you know that Roy Halladay performed a surgery one time while he was pitching? That's why they call him Doc Halladay. A fan had a heart attack and Doc Halladay just kept pitching, and they brought the operating table right out to the mound and he pitched. You can't find footage of the game. You just have to believe me. Martini pops out, 2 away. No, they should shorten the strike zone and make the ballparks bigger. I can't remember a game when I was growing up where somebody scored 10 runs. I mean, the game is trying to make the game a little bit more offensive. I don't know. I think the runs are fine. Today's Torkelson's day. Let's hope so, Scout. Hopefully he hits a home run. Did you know that before Nick Castellanos homered, Plains structured the hexagon? What do you mean? I don't know. That's fine. He can like old baseball. Nothing wrong with that. Some people like the old school game where it was a lot more low scoring, a lot more pitching based. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, some people just like the game a little bit more low scoring. They just like the game to be more kind of strategy, less just big run offense. But that's kind of just the game shifting away from that. Baez, Naito, and Sweeney. Yeah, everyone's allowed to appreciate it. Everything I'd seen for the past few years has shown MLB is kind of like this. And I have a feeling if I go and look, the ratings are either the same as they were last year or a little bit higher. Because the MLB has also made themselves a little bit more watchable as compared to the last couple years. Yeah, he should be back actually pretty soon. Now that you say that, Acuna. Um, Baez is a very common sounding name, suffix name in South America. I guess that's my guess. Yeah, the thing is, parents also don't really want their kids to play football. If there's any sport that's actually in serious trouble in the Americas, it's probably basketball. Are you talking to me, Shay? Oh, you're talking to someone. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Yeah, well, yeah, that's the problem is the fact that like most are suffering because they're hard to watch. Scott's right about that. But I think baseball is doing really good. It's like at its best in a while. Yankees are doing mid right now. Stratton on the 60-day. Oh shit. That's not good. Basketball playoffs this year have been so much better. Oh, that's good at least. There's a lot of crazy upsets. Yeah, I've seen that. No top seeds have wins yet in the NBA fight in the NBA playoffs right now. It's a 1-2 count on Baez. Sorry. Oh look. Javier Baez has a leadoff double. That'll put a guy at second. It's 7-0 Tigers though. Yeah, I was gonna say, Scott, compared to where it was like 10 years ago, baseball's in really good shape. Um Stan was on the IL before the say. I think Stan's just not gonna play this year. I'm not sure yet, Zach. I'm not too sure. Runner at second, nobody out. This like depending on how this game looks in the 6th or 7th inning, I might end early, and if I do that, I will do game 2. That's kind of like a compromise I'll make with everybody. If this is like a really nasty game and like I'm talking like 13 to like 2 in like the 6th or 7th inning, I might bow out of here, get some food in me, and then do game 2. Okay, I just gotta see something. 1-2 now with a runner at second. What's my time? Under 11. They're gonna be 1 million runs score. For sure, man. That's no problem, Jay. I guess you don't have to like the game anymore. You not smoke joint? I do. I mean, when I'm when I'm not streaming. Yeah, the GTA trailer too, dude. That game looks so fucking good. 2-2 count now on a ball that misses low. Poor Rockies. Scott, I genuinely feel bad for this team. Genuinely. Okay, I'm trying to keep up, but it's kind of going. What's up, Anonymous Musano? That's a fun ass name to say. 2-2. GTA 6. Dude, that game is so good. And they like the trailer was shot with their base PS5, which means that like all you have to do is have like the new PS5 and it's gonna run flawlessly. That's unbelievable. Damn it, Naito struck out. One away. Now up, 9-hitter Trey Sweeney. 9-hitter. Game is gonna cost. It's probably gonna be $100. 80s was out there one game in the entire 10-year span that there was more than 20 runs scored by a team. I mean, yeah, the game changes. It's all games become more offensive as time goes on because people like more offense. Yeah, it's going to be at least 100. No, we're going to start Montero in game 2. That'll be a base hit in the left field. Sweeney is fucking 2 for 2 again. Dude, Sweeney's 10 for his last 10, by the way, and that'll be a double. No, it'll be a single and a run will score. I don't know if he's going to get an RBI, but Trey Sweeney has another hit. He's 11 for his last 11. Oh my God, dude. What if he goes 4 for 4 again? I think he ties the MLB record of going 4 for 4 in consecutive games. Yeah, tomorrow is Scoob all day. Pickens trade is not going to work out for the Cowboys. I'll show a graphic, but the Steeler trades, I'll show you why it's a bad idea to trade for receivers. Oh, they took away one of Sweeney's hits? I thought he went 4 for 4. Did they take away Sweeney's last hit? I'm not going to read personal back and forth between people fighting. Is that what they ruled it? At first, it was a hit. I didn't know they changed it. Hell yeah, that'll be another hit. All right, well, I think it might be a sack fly. Or what the fuck just happened? What? Sweeney got to second. And then he scores. It's 9-0 Tigers on a base hit by Malloy. Yeah, this game's getting crazy. Sweeney is 10 for his last 13. That's insane. Yeah, dude, he's on an unbelievable run here. What is his average at 285? Oh, dude, he's so close to hitting 270. Come on, Trey. Yeah, it's the third inning, by the way. It's top of the third. When we look at this Tigers team, having Scuball doing his thing, now adding a healthy Mize, who is leading the team in wins. And you have, oh, fuck. That's a line out. 2 away now as Torres lines out. And then you have the bullpen, which is probably the best in baseball. You've got Jack Flaherty doing the best he can do. You've got Jackson Jobe pitching fairly well for a rookie. Olsen's starting to find his groove. We have a good fucking situation right here. All of our hitters seem to be kind of figuring out how to play in the majors after 3 years now up here. It's really fun. It's a good thing to see it all kind of coming together at once. Very good decision, by the way, they've been putting this team together. It's very 2006-y feeling, but I feel like this is the 2006 team with pitching. And I feel like I'm correct. Yeah, Frank, exactly. They've been milking this game to death too. They've been winning this game in a very obnoxious fashion. 11 hits, 9 runs. That's singles and doubles how they winning. Freeland has only earned 3 runs, so run him 5 innings. Yeah, I know. He's only a lot of errors, too. 3 errors. 5-0 Boston. Oh, okay. He's just bitching about those scores. We got to take advantage of the Rockies starting pitcher in game 2. Yep. We're trying to get to the bullpen right now. But the fucking Rockies are like, we'll just keep Freeland in. It's been nice, Rusty. It's been really nice. 9-0 top of the 3. Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad. Bottom third. And the Tigers got one. I think the Tigers have one of the deepest pitching like situations in baseball, and it's fairly evident. Yeah, this is a very 06 like vibe. I think our record is very similar to what we started in 06, by the way. I think it's actually the exact same right now. Like if we were to look back at 37 games into the season in 06, I think our record is either like we're just the same or just behind it. Reminder, we started 73-36 in 2006. Caught for him in high school in travel ball. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome, Rusty. I know someone else who knows Casey Mize that comes to the channel every so often, which is always really cool. Looking back to taking Mize in first round in school ball in the 9th. Yeah, school ball was a 9th round draft selection, which is crazy, right? Casey is one of the best. Yeah, he should be. I mean, he was a 1 of 1 for a reason. But that his pitching mechanics blew his arm out. It seems like I think you're wrong, man. Shay, it sounds like they're breaking viewership records. Actually, 2025 is positive viewing trends with increased audiences. ESPN stuff. MLB viewership 2025. Baseball readings are improving. That's the number one in Temple now. An article by .edu. Is that a good enough record for you? The game 1 of the MLB season averaged 25 million people across in the world watching it. Do you know how many people that is? Baseball might be the second most popular sport in America right now. Shay, you're wrong, man. I just fundamentally proved you wrong, dude. Like, the media can't stop. Like, academic papers are being written about how much baseball's kind of improved itself. Like, you don't have anything here, bud. I know you have a strong feeling about it, but the facts are not on your side on this. Like Temple is like, how the fuck did they do that? What happened? I thought this was a dead game. Your argument was true 10 years ago. Same here, Crown Miggy. Same here, my friend. We were 20-13 on May 8th, 26. Yeah, see, we're 23-13 now. You see what I mean? Isn't that wild, Tim? We're pretty much the same team. 2 away as Amador pops out. That'll be the top of the order Doyle do up. Anonymous, no. We don't got to go to violence here. And I bet you if you look up the total number of games at like heading into game 37, I bet you they're about 23-13. But it's a little harder to look at specifics. Because again, it's not going to match up year to year. Yeah, very similar team, except this team, whereas our 2006 team was probably way better at offense than this team, which actually they're probably the same. The pitching on this team, if we had this pitching staff, we probably win the 2006 World Series, and we maybe win the 2007 World Series. 2-0 here on Doyle. Hell yeah, anonymous. And that'll be a fly out. They go 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the Jesus, dude. Top of the fourth coming up. It's 9-0 Tigers. Oh shit! I gotta reply to some text. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? It is embarrassing. We almost lost last night. Now I didn't realize these guys were this bad. Ibanez, Torkelson, and Carpenter do up here in the top of the fourth. 9-0. Sorry, I got to reply to somebody. They're gonna bring in a new pitcher. Chivilli is Angel or Angel Chivilli's coming in, right-handed pitcher. All right, cool. All right, here we go. Back in now. Sorry that took a second. I'm back now. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. We're only at 17 and we have a bunch of people watching. We're trying to hit about at least 20 likes every stream. Torque about to torque the ball. Hey, maybe. There is a righty up now. So I'm going to do both games, I think, Kooks. Torkelson home running heading. Let's hope. Maybe even Carpenter. Wish Chuck and Etsy was still here. Who's that? Oh, don't dox yourself, man. Especially to like an internet troll. You shouldn't dox yourself to a silly troll. All right, here we go. Rotation was Verlander, Rogers, Robertson, and Zach Miner was our ship pitcher. It had 4 or 12. Yeah, but Jobe's actually a rookie though. Jobe is more like the Verlander of the fucking squad. That's the funniest part of the thing. Ibanez grounds out 1 away. Here's Torque. Verlander, I had the oldest pitcher in baseball now under it. He's probably done after this year. He might retire mid-season. He genuinely has not improved this year. Is he pitching better finally? Like, how is he doing with the Giants? Like, last time I checked, it was like bad. Like, it was not going so good. Or has he like adjusted to throwing kind of slow now and he's kind of like got it figured out? Oh, he's all right. He's getting back up, it sounds like. He might have a good little run at the end of the year. Miner was a rookie at 7-6. Yeah, I don't think Miner was ever the number 1 pitching prospect in baseball, though. That's the difference. Verlander costs too much money and isn't. I mean, honestly, we probably should have signed him over that fucking one dude. What's his name? Tim Cook or what's that old ass dude we signed? Alex Cobb. Yeah. I'd have also rather paid Verlander, but I don't know why we didn't. Torkelson strikes out. Here's Carpenter. Hunter Brown is really good. That's a good pitcher. The Astros got themselves a nice player in Brown. He throws some fucking. Is he from Michigan? But yeah, most likely Wayne State. Oh, he went to Wayne State. That's hilarious. He'll probably sign the 1-day contract. With somebody, he will. Us or Houston. It's from Detroit. Yeah, maybe he'll want to come home one day. Join the pitching gauntlet. By the way, I might dip out after 6 or so innings in this game, only or after the top of the 7th or something, only because I do want to do game 2, but I also know that if I sit through a fucking blowout, I'm not going to have the attention span to do game 2. You know what I mean? I kind of have to like pace myself. Plus, I'm going to be hungry. And like, I kind of wasn't going to do game 2. I was like, I don't feel like sitting around for like 6 hours. But this game is probably over in a few innings. So, I mean, unless the Rockies just come out of nowhere, you know what I mean? 1-2 with 2 away. Then we'll watch the whole thing, but kind of a blowout at this juncture. By the way, again, it'll be 1-2. I'd say so, Trey. 9-0 here in the top of the 4th. 2 away, though. 1-2 count. Tigers kind of quick inning here. However, I think they're just kind of taking big, hardy-ass swings at the ball. Yeah. All right, bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Beck, McMahon, and Goodman. Bottom of the 4th. Mize back to work. Mize has 35 pitches through 3 innings work. He's just up there dealing. He's like, yeah, we're going to particularly fuck these guys up. But I hope everyone understands on that kind of like, yeah, we're going to do both games, but oh shit, for some reason my chat stopped. Get some Detroit style pizza or some yeah, maybe. I wish there was a Jets closer to where I lived. I was thinking about the same thing once my eyes gets pulled. I'm done watching this one. I think so, Jonathan. I think that's where the game is kind of finished. Verlander's 0-2. That's all right. This is more like BP, basically. Records don't mean anything. Yeah, big picture records matter, I would say. Yeah, win-losses don't mean it. Yeah. That's a kind of an irrelevant stat for pitchers for the most part. Yeah. Dirks wants to get a couple cuts in against the Rockies. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. I got the Tigers sweeping today. Nothing against the Rockies. However, we should sweep this series. Their best shot was yesterday, I think. Because, you know, they got the rookie. They jumped our rookie. They beat the hell right out of us, and they weren't able to hold on. And they've gotten 1 hit since I think like the 5th. Like you know they haven't scored since like the fucking 4th inning yesterday. The second Jobe left, their offense kind of died. Here's Beck. And again, I'm not even trying to be shitty. It's just kind of like the way this kind of series is feeling. I appreciate it, man. Good looking out, Anonymous. And again, we'll be live for game 2, but I'm not going to probably finish game 1 here today. And it's mainly just, I mean the score, you know, 9-0. Fouled away, it's 0-2. And if the Rockies don't put up runs here, I don't think they're going to try anymore. I think they'll just lose this game. Someone said it seems like they're trying to get their coach fired. And that would make sense. Oh, by the way, kind of non-Tiger but Tiger adjacent news. The Pittsburgh Pirates fired their head coach, and now Tigers legend Don. That'll be a ground out. Tigers legend one away. Legend Don Kelly will be the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Pirates in the interim for probably the rest of the year. Woohoo, Don Kelly! Yay! This is a long time coming for Don Kelly, though. He's been one of those guys that are like about to be a head coach every offseason, but then it's like, maybe not quite yet. Here's a shot. Ball one. Shay, I have a question for you. Is your name Extra Shots? I gotta check something out. No, I don't think that's who you are. Who are you? Never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say Kelly would probably be our manager right now if it wasn't for Hinge. Well, he probably would have been fired, but 2-2. Or if Hinch had gone to Chicago and not Detroit. If the fucking White Sox didn't fumble that hilariously. Hinch was so ready to go to anybody else but us. Think about how crazy good the White Sox would have been with AJ Hinch. You know what I mean? Like, they were pretty good that first year with La Russa, and then La Russa just fucked the whole team up. Could you imagine if they hadn't screwed it all up? Because Tony's drunk all the time. That's a dangerous fucking baseball team, the White Sox, with AJ Hinch and that roster that they had. What's up, Daniel? AJ Hinch doesn't ruin your mean Mercedes or your mean Mercedes or something like that. That really promising like catcher that they found out of nowhere, and they get McMahon again, 2 down. Hell yeah, fuck that guy. I hate McMahon. His grandpa's a rapist. By the way, that's Vince McMahon Jr., his grandson. Don't look it up. Just believe me. Here's Goodman, the son of Saul Goodman, the lawyer. Real person. Again, don't look things up. Just kind of believe me if I say them. It's a lot better if you just go along believing these things. That's what I do. If I ever see somebody that's got a similar last name, I just pretend they're directly related to other famous people. Send you a Vince McMahon auto? Whatever happened to Omar Vizquez? I know he was our third base coach when Jose Iglesias was our shortstop. I think he's over with the White Sox doing something. Santa Claus isn't real. Like it's objectively hard to disprove. Oh, the Rockies player? Oh, maybe I'll think about that. I don't know though. He doesn't seem very good. 1-2. And I'm about to move and everything too, so I'll have to wait on that. Well, not like move, but like at the end of July. Goodman, actually, that's probably the best time to. I might take you up on that. It's not a big deal if I give you my address because I'm gonna be moving soon. Baez, Nido, and Sweeney. Montero versus Gordon in the second game. All right. That'll be not bad. Top of the 5th, by the way. Tigers lead 9-0. Again, after 6 innings, I might dip out on this game. Mainly because, look at it. Rockies got one ass hit right now, dude. Like, if I, for example, to go back to the stuff though, if I said Sydney Sweeney and Trey Sweeney are cousins, you can't just be like, no, they're not. Be like, how do you know? And then suddenly it's like, oh wait, actually I don't. They could be related. He said that so confidently. Like, did you know that Javi Baez is a nephew of Joan Baez, the legendary singer-songwriter? The one that diddled around with Bob Dylan? Yeah, they got 3 errors right now. It's not so great in one hit. Baez trade value going up. That, Richard, that's all I'm thinking of is like, boy, we could probably trade this guy for like prospects or something. However, Baez could also probably play third for us this year. You know what I mean? Like, Baez does have a value. Hey, I mean, dude, if we could maybe get a prospect for Baez and ship him out to Chicago, fuck it. We don't even need to get much. Just get out of the contract. That'd be pretty fun. And to be fair, Trey Sweeney's good to go. It feels. Hunter Green, yeah, they're brothers. Well, they're cousins. We've already established this. Tomas Nido is the child of a Nidoking. In Pokemon culture, they only take the beginning of the breed name and make that a suffix. You know, the last name, you know, surname. Damn it, Baez pops out, one away. Or grounds out, sorry, one out. Here's Nido. Hitting fucking 370. Yeah, but I mean, the contract isn't even that big of a deal. I think if we take out the Baez contract, I genuinely think we're right around 100 million. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not even like that big of a deal. And again, they were willing to spend money again this offseason, but we're not about to pay fucking 29 million a year for Bregman. That's not worth that. Because again, he did offer us like a deal. He was going to come back at like 6 years for the equivalent of 6 years at 40, which is like 6 years at 28 or 4 years at 28 per, which makes it the same approximate, like weirdly per year value or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But it wasn't as long a deal and is nearly as much money, but it was pretty, we did get a chance, but we were like, yeah, we're not paying you 28 million a year. Fuck that. And I'm glad that we stood our ground. Though he is doing really, really good for Boston this year, and that would be, oh, dude, can you imagine how fucking good we'd be if we had Bregman too? Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Skubal would have to be long-termed. And by the way, I think the only way we trade Baez is if we agree to pay his contract. Because teams aren't going to take a salary dump. That's exactly what they're doing. But Baez is playing good enough to take the salary dump. So, especially if Detroit doesn't want a lot back. But I could also see them just keeping Baez because Baez can play third base and so can Vierling. But you know what I mean? 3-2. And we kind of need Baez as a good right-handed bat. That's the biggest thing, I think, with that, Richard. We kind of need Baez because we don't have a lot of good right-handed at-bats in our lineup. And when we get Meadows back, we may still want to use Baez in a platoon role, especially for like Carpenter and other parts of the outfield. I think Baez has inherent value for if he's willing to play in the outfield and shit the way he has. And at the plate, with Sweeney being a left-handed hitter that doesn't hit lefties all that well, there's value there for him. Again, Baez, I think we should keep him. I don't think we can make a World Series run without him. They finally got him in a legitimate way. That was the first non-air out. He's had in like 13 plate appearances. It's insane. They finally got Trey Sweeney. Damn. Bottom of the fifth coming up, it'll be Togila, Martini, and Moniak. Yeah, Baez isn't, again, he's having a good year. It's nice to see him back. And I think if he can play like this, rather, even if he dips to like a 280 level, which he might, if he can play like that, dude, we will have a good year. Like, that's good for us. We need that. A good veteran player like Baez with like World Series experience. That's a really hard thing. Like, big game experience like that is very hard to replicate. And Baez is very good in those kind of games when he's healthy. But all right, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go rip a dart a couple times, and I'll be right back. All right. I'll be back in like a minute. I'm back. We got one away now after a strikeout. That's Mize's fifth of the game. We got 1-1 count here for Martini. Yeah, I was having a smoke. You'd shit your pants and throw your phone off this forklift on God. Hell yeah, bro. If a ghost popped in, hell yeah. Oh, that'll be a base hit. Breaks up the run of everybody getting out since Doyle in the first. That was our first hit since the first inning, by the way. That's crazy. Now up is fucking Mickey Moniak. I hate this guy. Remember when he was on the Angels? or on the Royals. Might have been the Angels, actually. I think he was also a Royal. For sure, Gibbs. Yeah, I'm probably not around for much longer in this one either. Would Moniak just try to bun his bitch ass on board? Called strike one. By the way, 0-2. I'm guessing Mize is just going to go for the strikeout here. Well, at this point, if you're Mize, you might as well just pitch for strikeouts. One, two. Oh, you went out and got a bunch of Casey Mize autos. That's pretty smart. As he ascends back to everyone being reminded why he was the one of one at one point. Does the MLB have a comeback player of the year award? Oh, that'd be a double. Uh-oh. Yeah, fucking figures, Moniak. All right, here's Trejo now with 2 on, 1 out. We got a Jobe last week for $10. Not bad. Might be good to hold on to. Like getting Verlander potentially when he was first starting. Being like, ooh. Oh, 1. Tigers getting a little complacent here in the 5th. That'll be a sac fly. It'll get a run in. It'll be 9-1. Runner will get over to third. So it'll be runner at third, 2 away. 9-1. Tigers still lead. By the way, I'm still probably going to cash out after 6 innings on this game. Nick Markakis won it after his can. Oh, they do. Okay, yeah. So I mean, a guy like Javi Baez is like the perfect. He's probably the front runner at this point, right? After everything he's been through now he's all of a sudden doing this. I would have to imagine Baez is the leading contender for it, or Casey Mize. But the only problem is Casey Mize was a former number 1 over. Oh, he's coming off injury though. Yeah, maybe with Mize. It's the only problem for Mize is their voters are usually very, very weird about giving number 1 overall picks comeback player of the year status because it feels weird. Like, no, they should just always be good. You know that argument that kind of exists for the number 1 overall pick in sports where it's like, yeah. But he did blow out his elbow pretty bad, so. Mize is a candidate, but I would say Javi's probably a better contender to win it. But again, if Javi collapses. But at this point, I think fucking Baez has been doing this for about. Did they score and we not get that out? Oh, we got him. Okay. Well, Rockies get a run. 9-1, top 6. Max Henderson is pounding the ball down in Erie. 323 average, 5 homers. Holy shit. Dude, we're just loaded with talent right now. All across our AAA, double A's, single A's, high A's. I'm not sure what's going on. I think the Rockies may be challenging something. Well, maybe not from day one, but he should have been here. Like, this feels more like what we were expecting Mize to be like. Like, Scubal's career is what we expected out of Mize. It feels like Mize should have won the Cy Young last year. Is what it feels like. Not Scubal. I think they're from the same class. McKinstry too. However, McKinstry is not really coming back from anything. He's just not as bad as he was last year. You know what I mean? What's McKinstry recovering from? Oh, just kind of being a shitty player. Like that. I don't. You know what I mean? I hope he's commended with his play with an All-Star. We have to get McKinstry to the All-Star game. But outside of that, I don't think he'll win any awards. And that's a bit unfortunate. It's just his own teammate. You know. Yeah, everyone loves McKinstry. It's just he's not really coming back from anything, just kind of not as bad. And that's fine to be a contender for an award because of that. But when your own teammate had hip and back surgery the year prior, Javi, and he was hitting like 100, now he's like hit like seemingly have a career resurgence. That's kind of what they actually like in the comeback award. I wish there was a most improved player award in baseball, because that is what would be perfect. The most improved player would be perfect for somebody like a Zach McKinstry if he continues. Like that is the idea of what a most improved player award would look like. But baseball, I don't believe, does that award, so 1-1 or 2-1 now. Again, it's Malloy, Torres, and McKinstry top of the order for the Tigers here in the top of the 6th. 9-1, Tigers lead it. And Malloy will ground out, one away. Here's Torres. Tigers are on their 4th round of at-bats at this game. That's quite a few. Here's Glaber. He grounds out, 2 away. Damn, the only player without a hit in the lineup is Kerry Carpenter. Everyone else has at least one. That's pretty bad. Or Kerry. 2 down here. I'm going to have to get some water. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Here's McKinstry. Big Zach attack. Like Big Mac attack, but like Big Zach. Bars. I know. You know what I'm saying? Same class overall, 1st and 6th rounds. Scubal played for Florida and Mize was on an Auburn Tiger. Casey's always been Tiger. Yeah, I thought Scubal was a 9th round pick out of a Seattle college. Doyle, Beck, and McMahon. Top of the order for the Rockies due up. Springfield Tiger, Auburn Tiger, and now a Detroit Tiger. Hell yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Just destined to play for the Tigers. He's probably so sick of that shit. He's like, man, I really like a new team. But now that he like pitches for the Detroit Tigers, it's like, I actually kind of don't want to leave this team and not be with Coach Fetter. He's like, damn, it'd be pretty cool to be like a Buffalo or something, like a Bronco. I've always wondered what it would be like to be like a Spartan or a Knight or a Golden Gopher or something like that. Doyle, Beck, and McMahon do up here in the bottom of the 6. 9-1. Tigers lead. And again, depending on how this goes, if it's still like 9-1, 9-2, we'll watch the top of the 7th and I'm gonna get out of here. Mainly just because I do want to watch game 2, but I need to eat food. Skubal was from Seattle. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he went to like Seattle and came in the 9th round. Again, Skubal was the fact that we have Skubal is a fucking insanely good draft pick by the Tigers. It's probably the only good pick that dipshit ever made. Avila. His draft record is atrocious outside of just like nailing getting number 1 overall picks right. First round, you don't get credit for the way you draft in the first round. You get credit for how you draft in the later rounds in baseball. And pulling Skubal out of the late rounds is insane. Oh, 1. People try to give Alavila a lot of credit for building this team, and it's like, that's a bit misplaced. He may have had decent players, but he had no idea what to do about development. There's a reason why in like 2 years of Scott Harris, we've jumped like 20 fucking years ahead of where we should be. Again, that partially is like the players they brought in. Like, like some credit to Avila. Yeah, but like he wasn't doing anything with them. Like nothing was happening. They just kind of sucked and stayed in the minor leagues. Or when they came up to the majors, they sucked. Doyle called out on strikes. That'll be 1 away. 6 Ks for old Scuba or for old Mize. Here's back. I'm gonna go get some pop real quick. I'll be right back. Very thirsty. Doisty. Away. 2-2. What up, Amir? How's it going, man? You back on baseball yet? I don't really see anything scheduled. I think your team fell in the playoffs, kind of like mine did, right? You guys might have actually lasted longer than us. Yeah, surprisingly, we're actually having a good year. We'll see if it keeps up, though. I do have a feeling that if Nolan Arenado gets traded, it might be over to us in the long term. And that could acquire you guys some pretty decent players like Colt Keith or Jace Young. 500. That's actually still pretty. That's a pretty good spot to actually be right now. If you're not like killing it being 500 is probably exactly where you want to be. Start kind of hopefully trending like toward like the better side of things as the month of May goes along, but it's still super early. I mean, we could slip and be a dog shit team by June. It's kind of tricky when it's the beginning of the year. So we'll stream Saturday. Nice. I'll be there for that. This game's effectively over, though. I'm leaving in the top of the 7th on this one. Then I'll be back for the later game. We have a doubleheader today, and I want to do both of them. But I don't want to watch a 9-1 blowout. And then come back and try to watch another game. It's like, I'd rather go get some food or something between the games. Been in vacation mode. Yeah, no, it's after a playoff loss, it's probably good to like take a little time off. Plus, like your NBA season just ended, so you need a little bit of break from that. You just did what, like almost 100 fucking Magic games, or at least I don't know. I don't know if you did every Magic game. You do a lot of them. I like it, but I don't know if I like it over Shedeur Sanders. You know what I mean? Like if Shedeur turns out to be a good quarterback, that was a very silly pick by the Giants. But if Dart turns out to be good, it was fine. Like it could be independent. Like if both turn out to be good QBs, no big deal. But if Shedeur does turn out to be a good quarterback, that was a bit of a mistake by the Giants. Yeah, but I think Dart could be okay. He's got good mentors, I think, with Jameis and with Russell Wilson. I think you guys have good receivers, so that's like a really good situation. I have no idea on Jackson Dart. I can't tell if he's going to be good or not. But he was the one quarterback in this class that I legitimately was just like, I have no fucking idea. It's him and Quinn Ewers. I have no idea how either of those two are going to pan out in the NFL. They feel like they should be good, but they also feel like they could be complete dog shit. Because Eli, oh yeah, I was gonna say it's school. They're familiar with like the pedigree. Top 7 coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the top of the 7th, everybody. Then I'm gonna get out of here for this game. Mainly because this game's over. I want to cook up and eat some spaghetti, and then I'll be ready to do game 2, and then that'll be fun. So I hope that works. Mainly, literally, because I mean, like we can probably all agree that this game is probably over. Yeah, we have a doubleheader today, so I want to do game 2, but it's like 6:40 expected start time, right? I don't think they're doing like the 30-minute after, or are they? Because if they are, then I can't really cook any food. I'll just have to eat tonight. Only downside eating popcorn is getting some of the kernels stuck on your teeth. Yeah, like Giants taking. I don't know. Yours to Miami is a good backup. Yeah, Carter's a good pick. Yeah, that's a solid pickup. Again, it feels like a little luxurious, but it's one of them things where it's like you got one of the top like 2 players in the draft probably. In my opinion, it goes Hunter then, I personally think it went Carter then Hunter, but 2-0. Carter reminds me of a much more mentally stable Micah Parsons, which is a frightening prospect. 2-1. Like a more disciplined version of Micah, which is a pretty elite type of player. Pairing him with like you guys still have Brian Burns, I'm imagining. So like those two together, that's a you guys are gonna have a nasty pass rush. Banez will get a base hit. Looks like another error. If you can, yeah, and you also have Thibodeau there as another one. No, not an error. They're just gonna give him a hit. All right. Tigers get the leadoff man on. Here's Spenny Torques. He's 2 for 3 with a double and 3 RBI. Pretty much, and I think they don't really have a good backup in Miami. I think their backups have been people like Snoop Huntley and shit like that. Ah, fuck. That'll be a force out. Torkelson will beat the throw, avoiding the double play, but they get Ibanez at second, 1 out. Here's Kerry Carpenter, the only guy without a hit today. But yeah, Miami also just, I don't think, has a backup. Runner at first, 1 out. Hey, they got a righty in there. Maybe this is where Carpenter picks up a hit. It gets the run back, makes it 11-1. What is my favorite college football team? Probably I don't fucking Michigan State. I don't really watch college sports. Look what the Pats are doing by getting just Stephon Draft. Yeah. Diggs is a good pickup. I like Kyle Williams. I like Swinson. I really like getting Will Campbell, but after I've seen a few things. And I like the pick, but it was a pretty obvious one when we kind of picked the players we picked up. Torkelson to get to second. They're going to Carpenter grounds out. Just a rough day for him. Here's Baez now with 2 down, runner at second. Yeah, I like our draft. I think for the first time in a long time, I think the Patriots had one of the best drafts. And I haven't been able to say that since like 2013. Yeah, we killed it. We had a very good draft. We got a bunch of picks that people would consider steals in Swinson and Kyle Williams. I think we actually probably drafted a receiver. Yeah, his late career drafts were pretty dog shit. And that'll be a double. Or no, that'll be a base hit. We'll score a run. Baez has an RBI single. It's 10-1 Tigers. If he plays, yeah. They'll probably give depending on the pitcher, they'll probably give Kerry the day off. No, he could never. The only good receiver he ever drafted was Julian Edelman. Everything else was he just never could get it going. Uh-oh. I think they're going to do a pitching change. By the way, I am leaving after the 7th inning, the top of the 7th. I will be back for game 2 of this doubleheader, but it's here in Bush. Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys can't hit that well and our pitching can come through and just kind of clean house. Juan Mejia is pitching now. Juan Mejia. Naito, the hitter, with 2 down and a runner at first. Tigers get a run here to get back to their 9-run lead. It's 10-1. Again, I'll be leaving after this final out. Cards are Jekyll and Hyde when it comes to hitting. Or with hitting, pitching still needs work, but Sonny Gray and Liberatore. I always, that name always gets me. Has been pretty good. Yeah. I think you guys will be fine. It kind of feels like you're more of a typical Cardinals team that like screws around 500 for most of the beginning of the year and then finds the stride as June and July kind of come around. That's kind of typically how you guys have kind of done your thing, right? Yeah, it's pretty standard, right? I mean, it feels that way anyway. I feel like you guys will still wind up trading Nolan Arenado, and then you'll go on your like little Cardinal thing where you guys keep winning games. Kind of feels like we might. Barring like major injury, of course. It feels like we're kind of on a crash course to do so. Royals haven't beat anybody really good on their current win streak. It's like the White Sox, Orioles, fucking, you know what I mean? Like they beat the Astros, which is all right. But they've only been beating like last place teams and shit to get their record up. Swinging strike one to Nido. Twins feel cooked. They're improving a little bit. Cleveland, they have like a minus 40 run differential. I don't know how the hell they're winning games. And the White Sox are the White Sox. It feels like we have it, but we'll see. Of course, the Guardians can get right with their offense, but like, I don't know if winning every single close game that you play and then getting blown out otherwise is sustainable. But they did just blow out the Nats the other day, so. Well, it turned into an 8-6 win. Actually, they needed another. Ah, damn it. All right. I'm going to get out of here, everybody, mainly because this game is effectively over. Tigers will go to 24-13, 90% most likely. I'm only leaving because there's game 2 coming up. Yeah, you too, man. It was nice chatting, Amir. During your next stream, I'll probably pop in, even if it's not explicitly baseball related, as long as I'm not live or anything. Now that I'm on summer, well, I have summer classes and shit, but it's not that big a deal. All right, everybody. I will see y'all for game 2. Hopefully, I'll see some of you there. If not, I'll see you when I see you next. I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow. Let me check something. Unless I wind up doing something tomorrow, I should be live for. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, we should be live for Friday too. Saturday, I don't know. Sunday, I don't know. Actually, some of those games, I don't know. I might be going back to my parents for a little bit. I'm a stream down there though, but a lot of these games are always a little bit more in question. But we'll figure it out. All right. I appreciate everybody. I'll see you for game 2 of the doubleheader. Hopefully the Tigers hold on and don't blow this. I'll see y'all next time. Yeah, everybody but Carpenter has a hit. I have no idea, Rob. Mother's Day is Sunday. Is it? I'll probably be live for that. But I also might be traveling, so. But all right. I'll see y'all later, all right? I appreciate y'all. I'll see you. As always, it's go Lions, go Patriots. Of course, as always, go Tigers, especially when they're winning in a blowout. Again, I'll see y'all in... Is the doubleheader 30 minutes after this one ends, or is it at 6:40 no matter what? Kind of like, you know what I mean? How are they doing that? If anybody knows off the top of their head. Usually they're like 30 minutes after the last one goes final, but either way, I got to get out of here. All right, I'm going to get some food in me, and I'll see y'all for game 2. Peace out. Go Lions, go Patriots, and of course, it's always go Tigers. Have a good rest of the day. See you in a little